Okay, so how often can we expect updates from you?
And that is probably one of, if not the biggest question that we have towards techland. How often can we see updates for Dying Light 2? And what are they really going to consist of? We're going to talk about that here today, as well as discuss the next chapter that's going to be added inside of Dying Light 2, and maybe some things that we can expect along with that. So a little bit of an exciting video for the future of Dying Light 2. If you guys are interested about this game, still have your eyes on it. And I'm curious, what are some things you want to see added into this game? They said in all their Dying to Know episodes, as well as in Dischord, on Reddit, anywhere the developers or even pillars of the Dying Light community are really paying attention, they're taking feedback from all those sources. So whatever you want to see, feel free to share it down below of this video as well. Who knows, maybe you have something unique that techland has not really thought of and they feel like it'd be perfect for their game or the next big update. Without further ado, let's kick this off with that beginning clip that I showed at the start of this video.
How often can we expect updates from you?
Yes, so we want chapters to be as impactful as they can, and we want them to build upon the game. But we also want them to be like our way to respond to what players are saying about the previous updates. And with the fact that the brand of our team is still focusing majorly on the next update, the next big DLC, this introduces some challenges. We still want them to be a regular thing, so our plan right now is for them to be released every 3 to 4 months.
Now this clip was in the latest Dying to Know episode on the official Dying Light channel, where the main game designer behind the game's chapters as well as the senior brand manager basically discussed what the chapters are, and they laid sort of the foundation, future expectations of how the chapters and the expansion of the game is going to go moving forward. Now if you've been paying very close attention to Dying Light 2 and all the announcements surrounding it, techland plans on supporting this game upwards of 5 years. They've already placed the very first chapter, which was chapter 1, called In the Footsteps of a Night Runner, where they introduced Harper, his bounty system, his progression system, his unique vendor, and the items that you can purchase off him based off your progression and completing, of course, his bounties. And essentially breaking down this 10-minute video, they basically said that as the game expands, as the game progresses, and they introduce more chapters, more vendors for free, then you're going to start to see all of their storefronts expand. They mentioned something about a brawler and weapons pack potentially being added.
They will be here in 5 years. So Harper will still be there offering his challenges at the night and aren't infected themselves. He also will still have rewards like brawler packs, brawl gear packs, and the slashing weapon packs. But as we expand the game, his assortment will also expand. And the same can be said for any future agents that we will add.
I'm assuming those aren't going to be those little packs that we've seen in the original Dying Light, where you can drop a couple dollars of real life currency, you get a unique weapon, outfit, and some blueprints. I'm still mixed on whether if I would accept that type of system in Dying Light 2 or not, but right now in chapter 1 with Harper, we do see unique weapons, we do see unique outfits, so as we progress specifically with him and completing his bounties, then we can get that unique gear. So I'm wondering if they mean in that context, as the game expands, there's higher ranks, and with that rank you start unlocking cooler and more unique stuff, almost like a loyalty program. But I'm curious, what do you think? If they had those packs from the original Dying Light where you can drop a couple real life dollars, would you mind that? Would you actually buy it, or would you feel like that's a currency system that's a little bit of a thing of the past and they're just trying to monetize every way that they can? Would you feel like it's a little bit of a scummy thing to do, for lack of a better word? But anyways, as I said, Harper's inventory will continue to expand throughout the game's life, along with new agents being added. They also said that they want chapters and updates to be a regular thing in between those major DLC expansions that they're crafting. And while they want these chapters and updates to be a regular thing, not only are they going to be introducing new stuff, yet they want it to be things where they address criticism and issues from previous updates. So it could potentially not just be a content drop with new agents, a new vendor, new bounty system, but rather we get that stuff, new things to do obviously, but maybe there's a couple bugs or there was a nerf or something that was altered that we do or don't like. We could potentially start seeing that stuff bunched up with those content drops. Now that sounds great in essence, but they said ideally, because they are working on larger DLC pieces in between this stuff, we can't really be expecting these regular updates for at least every 3 to 4 months. And I get it, that is fine. Obviously, if you're working on major DLC content for the future, it's gonna be a hell of a challenge to try and keep out regular updates that provides both new content while also providing quality of life improvements, bug fixes, maybe some type of reversals with, like I said, any type of nerfs, or there's some type of system that was introduced that nobody really likes, so you expect that type of change. So it's great that they are still striving to provide regular type of content and updates, but the question is, for me anyways, that I want to present to you guys is, in the current state, can Dying Light 2 really last 3 to 4 months on its own without anything like that? Now mind you, we're not going without anything completely in between. I'm sure we're still going to be getting hot fixes, I'm sure we're still going to be getting in-game events, which is a whole nother thing I'm going to talk about in another video, but for major alterations, the big stuff, yeah, you might have to wait 3 to 4 months. Do you think that's too long? Well, right now the gaming climate is constantly changing. You see games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex, anything that has any type of multiplayer component or anything that's very strong in terms of trying to keep their community alive, they're constantly having events, they're constantly having updates. If you aren't staying on top of your stuff, your player base is going to get very bored. At least that's the way I see it. We're so accustomed to having things change, to having things updated, tweaked, fixed, broken. So that was just a concern of mine. Well, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to let me know. Maybe you see things differently. But moving over into the very first details that we have on the next chapter agent. This was posted over on the Steam page of Dying Light 2 just a couple days ago. This next chapter agent is named, I'm probably gonna butcher this, Shenzhou. Probably got that wrong. Now, we don't know too much about her as of right now. All we know is that she's a highly skilled tracker, and the description claims that she has a very special task for you. And just kind of based off of how Harper works, I'm assuming that this is going to be the exact same thing with this next agent. I'm hoping that with her, we also get some unique and cool long-range weapons, maybe some unique crossbows. In the picture, she's holding a crossbow. Maybe we see a different type of semi-automatic crossbow, or for some of those players that sided with the survivors in the city alignment system and kind of got screwed out of the Peacekeeper semi-automatic crossbow, this would be our way of getting it. If we went that route, then it's almost like, hey, if we went with the survivors, we don't have to worry about missing out on the Peacekeeper crossbow. Although for those players that did go with the Peacekeepers, I'm hoping that the crossbow in its own way, maybe the blueprints, the ammo type, maybe how you upgrade it, or maybe that's what it is. You can actually upgrade it, kind of like how with Harper's Electric Mine, you can upgrade that. This crossbow, you can upgrade it, and it is its own unique thing. That's what I'm hoping for anyways, but let's talk down in the comment section below. What are you looking forward to most with this new agent? What is something that you would love to see be added into the game? Whether in terms of this agent system or in general, what is this game missing most? I'd love to hear your opinion. In the meantime, if you're looking for something else to watch, feel free to click on the video that's popping up on your screen right now. In that video, I discuss how Dying Light 2 really needs to rethink its enemy design. Across the board, the infected are horribly underutilized in this game in my opinion, and I'd love to hear what you think about that.